First of all, can you tell us who you are and what it was that brought you here today?
Yes, my name's Julie Lovegrove. I'm the Professor of Human Nutrition at the Hugh Sinclair Unit of Human Nutrition at the University of Reading.
Okay, so I'm Helen Gleeson. I'm the Cavendish Professor of Physics from Leeds University.
Well, I'm Jonathan Flint and I'm the new President of the Institute of Physics.
I'm Hannah and...
I'm Ben.
Yeah, and we're Professor Justin Marshall's children.
Suzanne Filteau from the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine.
And I really came here to learn a little bit more about the Rank Prize and to establish some cross-disciplinary links which will help the strategy of the Institute of Physics.
And I came here, well, because I got an invitation, but I know that the Rank Prize symposia and their talks are always really interesting, and I came for my own interest.
And I'm here to celebrate the prizes that are given, so that's a great honour.
Can you tell us what the most exciting or surprising thing you discovered today was?
Well, my background in industry is actually in optical instruments, and I was absolutely delighted to see the complexity of the mantis shrimp's eyes. I have never seen an optical instrument that complex, and never thought I would in an animal.
I quite liked learning about mantis shrimp anatomy, even being around. I mean, my father's, constantly talks about it, but I haven't actually seen drawings of it or an actual analysis of a dissection of the eye, so I found that rather interesting, seeing how it actually worked instead of just being told about it.
Yeah, and within the field of the nutrition speech, I thought it was, I'd never really heard it being linked to sort of genealogy, so I think that's really interesting as well.
So I have to choose the fact that obesity has that very strong genetic link, and that actually if a specific hormone is turned off, then we have no control over our hunger, and I didn't know that. I'm a physicist. That was amazing.
I think both talks were fascinating. I think Steve O'Reilly gave a really eloquent talk on a very complex area. So he described how genetics can be involved with obesity, and also the importance of different distributions of fat. And the mantis shrimp talk and the impact of the eyes and the sophistication of that really fascinated me.
I was really excited to learn about something I knew nothing about, the shrimp and their vision. I knew nothing about either of those, and it was very interesting and very pretty.
The Rank Prize Fund has always celebrated excellent science, and we try to encourage the next generation of scientists to be imaginative and exciting. So what do you think we should do that will best encourage the next generation of scientists?
I mean, I think that's such a good question, and I think there's a large number of important answers. I think that the vacation studentships are really important because they give people who are still doing their degrees the chance to really experience research. I think highlighting really innovative and interesting research that's then gone on and done things is really important. I think if there was a way of targeting better kids still at school and doing outreach activities, that would that's also very important. That's much harder though.
Well, I think what we see in the Institute of Physics is much of the interesting work is happening at the boundaries of traditional disciplines. Things like biochemistry, physical sciences and things like that. And those boundaries are what attract our young people. Things like climate change are cross-disciplinary and require many different skills. That's what excites our young people, and that's what will get them into science careers.
I think what you do is fantastic. I've had the privilege of being involved with 4 of your mini symposiums where students and senior members of staff come together and all present on a certain subject. And I think those are a great opportunity for young and older scientists to get together and exchange ideas. The studentships are also very good, and it may be that the Rank Prize organisation could perhaps offer greater funds for perhaps more seminal research or a longer study. I don't know if resources would allow that, but it's an idea perhaps for the future.
I like what you're already doing in terms of mini symposia. I have attended several, 2 as a junior member and 2 as a senior scientist on these. As a junior scientist, I was completely thrilled to be able to spend time with experts over a period of several days, which you don't normally get that kind of quality time with experts that you don't know. And as a senior person, I was really pleased to see that there are juniors coming along in the pipeline who are as excited about the same things as I am, and are going to take it forward after I retire.
And finally, in 2 years' time, when we do the next prize giving, it's our 50th anniversary. What do you think we could do to make it a real celebration of excellent science?
I think it would be a really good opportunity to invite perhaps the young scientists that have received funding studentship in the past, and also funding for doing science, to look at how that impacted on their career and also impacted on the world of science around them. And this really does celebrate the importance of the work that you do at the Rank Prize organisation in forwarding science.
I wonder about having more speakers. I like the idea of having 2 very senior speakers who have done wonderful things, but what about getting someone mid-career where they might be going in the future as well, and a couple of mid-career speakers from each side to go along with this and make it a bigger celebration?
So I think that, you know, one of the things that's been done very well during the prize giving is the backward look over people's careers, and that's really important, of course, because we're celebrating really important discoveries and really groundbreaking research. So I think that an element of looking back and actually seeing all of those places where a difference has been made is an obvious thing to do. But I think it would be fun to kind of have a bit of a forward look as well. You know, what will the next 50 years bring? What are the things that are just at the cutting edge that really could change society all over again, as many of the optoelectronics things did 50 years ago?
Well, I can answer that with some informed view. This year is the 100th anniversary of the Institute of Physics, and we're actually undergoing our 100th year anniversary celebrations this year. One of the things that we found very helpful is to look back at the last 50 years, what's happened since then, that inspires people and gives them a sense of history, and then also look forward to the next 50 years with a bit of speculative thinking and forecasting to see how science and society may change in the next 50 years.
Thank you, and thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you.